Is coming to Appleton's downtown transit center, with the city and Senator Tammy Baldwin announcing today a $25 million federal grant from the Biden administration to build a new facility with an affordable housing component. Jason Zimmerman has reaction and breaks down the details in a First Alert update.
All around Appleton's downtown transit center, there's construction, with a new library being built across the street and apartments in nearly every direction. Now the mayor says a $25 million grant will dramatically change the way people wait for the bus.
First of all, getting this platform space enclosed is a big deal for us, and that's part of the vision for the project. We really want to improve the ride experience for everybody who relies on the system. And today's a great example. We're highs in the upper 80s, sun is shining. So it's a hot day to be waiting outside for a bus.
Other amenities will make the transit center more accessible to riders with disabilities and improve security by adding a substation for the Appleton Police Department.
We've been working on this for quite a while now, actually putting the grants together for the last couple of years. So we're ready to roll up our sleeves and get to work.
I think it'd be kind of cool idea.
Lisa Wilcox is a bus rider who tells us a new facility is long overdue.
It'll be easier for people to get around, especially the disabled people can get around fast, easier.
The city will also contribute $1.8 million of ARPA funds on top of the $25 million grant to cover the housing component. But right now it's unclear how many units that might include, since a private developer has yet to be announced.
We know how constrained housing is right now, how hard it is for people to find housing. We desperately need more supply. Here's an example where we think through public-private partnership we can drive more housing into the market, ideally including affordable housing.
The hope is to break ground on construction in 2026 with a new transit center opening in 2028. Reporting in Appleton, Jason Zimmerman, Action 2 News.